We're now at the end of the 8th century. Sargon II builds the great city of Khorsabad, which, if you remember on your map, is right near the top, right near the northern reaches of the Assyrian Empire. And these two winged bulls are from the city. They were brought in. They were at the entrance of the city. Sargon II is mentioned in the Bible in Isaiah chapter 20, verse 1. So his name is in the Bible. He is the great Assyrian king that comes down and defeats the 10 northern tribes of Israel, takes them into captivity, back up to Assyria, then takes many of his own people to repopulate the cities that he sacked. They then marry the Jews that were left behind, the 10 northern tribes of Israel that were left behind. They intermarry with them, and from their progeny come the Samaritans. So that's how the Samaritans were invented, by this man right here. And that's his picture on the mural. That's Sargon II. He creates the Samaritans in the late 8th century. Now, why do I say that, and why is that important? Well, the Bible mentions that, so that's important. But the Quran, interestingly, the holy book of Islam, suggests that in the time of Moses, when Moses went up to Mount Sinai, the man, according to Surah 20, that builds the golden calf is a Samaritan. Now, when did Moses live? 1400 BC. Can you have a Samaritan in 1400 BC? Absolutely not. So the Quran makes a huge glaring error. And this is what we call a historical anachronism. The Bible gets it right, the Quran gets it wrong. And in every case, when we do a comparison, the Bible always is correct. And almost in every case, the Quran is incorrect. So that's why you can ask the same question of both books, and you will find the Bible always comes out on top. Now, while Sargon II is important, the more important character is this guy right here on the right. That's his son. Remember, I said 10 northern tribes. We're missing 2 tribes, right? Well, you might say, what happened to the tribe of Levi? The tribe of Levi did not have their own place. They were interspersed through the other 11. They were the priests. But then there's the tribe of Judah. And the tribe of Judah did not fall away from God. They were very close to God. The king at that time was Hezekiah, and Hezekiah was in Jerusalem. Sargon II did not touch the tribe of Judah, but his son does.
Yes.
Anybody know the name of his son?
Rabshakeh?
Sennacherib, that's correct. Sennacherib is that man, and that's it right there. And we're going to spend more time with Sennacherib, because his story is pretty exciting. And what he does and how he impacts on Israel is much more important. So to pick up his story, we need to go this direction over to that room in that area. And we'll pick and see why he's important.
Yeah, that's true. Carter.
Okay, if you could come, make sure there's a corridor behind you there so we don't block people coming in. Okay, we're on page 8. We're with number 6 and number 7. Number 6 is Sennacherib. Look at his dates, 704 to 681. And we've now moved into the 7th century. And Sennacherib does what his father did not do, Sargon II did not do. He comes and attacks the tribe of Judah. And he destroys all the fortified cities of Judah. Here you can see Lachish. That's what Lachish looks like today, or Lachish. It's just southwest from Jerusalem. Hezekiah is in Jerusalem. Lachish is being destroyed. And here's an artist's depiction of what the battle looked like. You can see over here some of the stones that were found at Lachish. Those are the stones from slings. There's some arrowheads. There's spears from the battle there in Lachish. He destroys Lachish, so all he has left is Jerusalem. And he wants to go destroy Jerusalem. Why? Because that's where the king is. That's where the treasuries are. That's where the booty is. You want to get the capital city. He comes to Jerusalem. Now, this whole room has been dedicated to the Battle of Lachish. And you can see the murals along the wall there, starting from the left, going to the right, depicting the whole battle. What's interesting is you don't have a room like this for Jerusalem. Why? Because something happened. And to understand what happened, we need to look at this prison, but not this one. This is nothing more than a copy. The original is upstairs. We're going to see it when we get upstairs in the Mesopotamian room. Why it's not down here, I don't know. It really should be down here. It's called Taylor's Prison. The reason it's called that is because Lord Taylor, or Colonel Taylor, was the one that discovered it, gave his name to it. And on one of the panels of the prison talks about the Battle of Jerusalem. And it mentions, if you look on page 8, it mentions almost the exact same that we sing, almost the exact same events that we have written in 2 Kings chapter 19 and Isaiah chapter 37. When you look at 2 Kings 19 and compare it with the Taylor Prison, we find that they both talk about Hezekiah, proving that Hezekiah is historical. He's listed. His name is on the prison. Hezekiah rebels against Sennacherib. That is not in doubt. That all the fortified towns of Judah fell. That Lachish also fell. That Hezekiah was shut up in Jerusalem. That's both in the Bible and also on the prison. That he pays 30 talents of gold. That's both in the Bible and on the prison. Interestingly, that Jerusalem does not fall. And that the Syrian army suddenly left and goes back to Nineveh without firing a shot. That's on the Taylor Prison, but it doesn't tell you why. Who knows why he had to suddenly go home?
He heard that there are war in the capital.
Absolutely correct. Give this man an A. And you got that from where?
The Bible.
The Bible tells us. The Bible is the only place that tells us why he had to go back to Nineveh. Nineveh was a city he had built. Nineveh was the great capital of the Assyrians. That was his capital, and someone was attacking Nineveh. And he had to suddenly go home to defend his city. And who was that was attacking Nineveh? Anybody know? No? No?
Koresh.
No? Taharka. Or Tirhaka, depending on where you put the vowels. All we have is a consonantal text. This character called Tirhaka. Now, no one has ever heard of anybody called Taharka or Tirhaka. Remember, Herodotus, the great historian who's writing in the 5th century, refers to Sennacherib, refers to Sargon II, gives us the story of their campaigns, but never refers to anybody called Tirhaka. Neither does the Taylor Prison. Doesn't refer to anybody called Taharka. Only the Bible talks about Taharka. So most historians believe that this is nothing more than myth and legend. Again, the Bible is full of myth and legend. That's what we're getting all the time. Is it? Was there someone named Taharka? Would you like to know?
Yeah.
You'd like me to tell you, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let the British Museum tell you. The British Museum has now discovered who Taharka is. And it's pretty darn exciting. So you're going to have to wait about 10 minutes to find out who this guy is. Because he's not just anybody. And what's more, you're going to see how accurate the Bible is. But before we do that, we need to follow and finish the story. Because once he goes and takes care of this supposed mythological character, he then comes back to Jerusalem a second time. Now to pick up that story, we need to look at another mural. So let's go back over here, back where we were, and we'll look at that mural to pick up that story and carry